have the great pleasure of introducing Mario Macías, a class of 2011 Lambda Fellow in Poetry.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank my friends and colleagues at Grinnell College, the Posse Foundation, and the Lambda Literary Foundation for the generosity which made it financially possible for me to attend this retreat. Now, tonight I have 3 poems for you. The first one is titled Poet in Madrid, an excerpt. The weed in Spain is so loose in the joint, the paper being tainted by a drizzle, as fresh as wine. I sit in an outdoor bar as the nenes walk by. Every minute a clothed model beckons me out. Across most of Madrid, graffiti smokes up the corners where chinos hang out selling Mao beer for €1. From a box at their feet every minute of the night, even later than all the gatos who cruise till dawn, selling or rejecting crack, marching insatiably in festivity. There was a French dick, an Italian dick, and even an Irish who pretended to be Mexican dick. And a gorgeous girl dressed like a whore who offered her whole self to me. And that's it. Because I kept losing myself in Chueca. Oh, Chueca. You are indeed crooked, so askew in meaning, leaning against time, stretching it across the wet alleys, already being hosed off since it's 6 a.m. and the metro is starting again and the people need to go home and get ready for work. Stepping out into the bud of morning, the streets appearing as empty as a sauna with Lorca's moon receding. My son is born above me and the litter bottles have everything imaginable. Looking like bears, old ladies walk their rare puppies and older men walk the washed streets too, rolling their own cigarettes blindly as if they were reading a book. But I'm too tired this morning to take my rat out for a walk, and so I merely avoid the dog shit curdling by the curbs, the prostitutes perched on their poles this early, the Museum of Ham, the faceless beggar with her head against the ground with a Starbucks cup in hand. I resist the instinct to take pictures, to ask the homeless writing poems for one, to go into church and peek up the skirts of angels. Instead, I return to my hotel, where I await the only breakfast for this hangover. The feeling last night, when the sun died, Madrid lighting up, me looking out my window thinking how Federico Garcia Lorca had roamed the city once, and not knowing if I was going to find him. The next one is titled, For the Famous Times. Between you and me, our houses were not that far apart, except the metro rapid took forever. And after we moved to separate worlds, we should have still biked it halfways. But that lane between us, littered with Facebook pokes, orphaned emails, frozen Skype dates, has spanned lifetimes ago. We must like our distance, I guess. It tightens memory as a remix on repeat. So we go into the past, drive to the cliff of remembrance, dive off the same brink, plunging swimmingly into the sense then. And wow, how we are that stretch in between. The strange remains of who we were, across gulfs, among memorable downloads of music. Yet for once I hope you guess too that between us are our greatest griefs, taut as water, big as the years from now when I will say, hey, you know that Gaga song? Reminds me of when we were young. And now I would like to close my reading with an author's prayer. And the concept of this poem is taken from the Russian poet Ilya Kaminsky, who begins his book of poetry, Dancing in Odessa, with an author's prayer himself. And I imagine that I'm going to have several author's prayers as the years go by. But this is the first one I wrote. Mario, You must have faith, if only in your words. If all that is beautiful to you can't be safe, at least spell them right. Trust your mispronunciations. Say them with panache. Flirt with them if you must, all of them. Greet them with chocolates, take them out, show them the page, show them your zebras, be the best coloring chums. Let them take you out, show you their safaris. Let them make you late for work, keep you up. If only for today, believe they are new. Let them make you new again. Thank you.